Okay, for the past... Why is this lagging? Hold on. Are you kidding me? Okay, wow, it took forever for my connection to be restored. Okay, so for the past week now, I've been getting requests from people to wear my natural hair. Okay, so for the past 2 days, I've been making videos with my natural hair. And guess what? My interaction went... I don't know. I feel like people are just trying to, like, they want to strip me of my power, okay? Because I know what I look good in. I know, but I don't know. I guess I wanted to prove a point that I'm not bald head. I'm not a bald head bitch, okay? I know what styles to put my hair in to protect it, okay? And I have a shit ton of turbans. Like, wearing a synthetic wig every now and again, or just simply when you're going online to make videos, do not make you a self-hater, because I wear my hair like this all the time when I'm off camera or twist it up. So why do I have to do this to prove something to you guys? Like, my information that I give you should be enough, like, to prove that I am real. Like, but whatever. I'm happy to come online to show you people that I have hair. Okay? And my afro was actually bigger than this, but I had to trim it because I had unevenness because of, like, my hair breaking off, and because of, like, heat that I was putting on it, because I was doing blowouts a lot a few years ago or whatever, and that kind of caused my hair to break off, and I had some split ends, so I had to cut it even myself. And I actually made a post about being ashamed to wear my afro because it was uneven, and I wanted someone to help me cut it, but I ended up cutting it myself, and I think I did a good job. So, yeah. But back on topic, all the JJs are not real. I mean, come on, they've been able to do a surgery called vaginoplasty for over 40 years. They started doing it with XXY females, hermaphrodites, to correct their problems down there. But then they advanced enough to where they can literally do this on men and mutilate men and recreate a pocket, just create a pocket for them, because they're not recreating a vagina. A vagina is a organ. It is an essential organ to a woman, a female, a born female. But modern medicine do not want to educate people that the vagina is actually a very essential organ. Okay, it's more than just a reproductive organ. But even being a reproductive organ, they do not teach the importance of it. Okay, they really got people believing that they can get a vagina by paying a plastic surgeon to literally mutilate them, take their parts, cut it in half, and then make it look aesthetically like a female part. Okay? So there are a lot of people out here, men, guys, like so-called females that were born male. Okay, they're not females really, but they masquerade around like they're women. Okay, they masquerade around like they're women, but they were born genetic male. Okay. And they have gotten all these surgeries, okay? And then the Biden administration made these surgeries easier to be assessed, okay? Now, in California, bottom surgery or top surgery is free. But you only can pick one, okay? They made it to where you can get bottom or top surgery with your Medicaid or free health, government health insurance. If you have gender dysphoria, you can choose to either get your top surgery or bottom surgery for free by the government, okay? And you can do this in California and other blue states that, have funding for this, but they made it so easy to where you can go to California and get this done for free. Get your bottom surgery for free. And this is what some people are doing. And this surgery has been around since 1980. Okay? Now, I think they've only been doing this on men for about 25 years, but they've been doing this surgery for hermaphrodites to correct their problem for as long as this surgery has been, as long as they've been doing this surgery. So, and this is why in porn, well, I don't even know if I was allowed to say that word, in flicks, you see a lot of these so-called females with that perfect slit vajayjay. They don't have anything going on. They don't have a clitoris or labia or any of that. 9 times out of 10, those so-called females have a surgically people have a surgically created or surgically edited vajayjay. Just like Kim Kardashian. And Kim Kardashian came out and said that her and her sisters, they all had vaginal cosmetic surgeries to where they made their vaginas look like Barbie vaginas. Like, there's a certain vajayjay that everyone agrees that is the perfect one, which is a slit that has nothing going on with it. They don't have a clitoris or a labia. A natural woman is going to have a clitoris and a labia. Okay? And you're going to see a lot of pink in the middle, okay, of a real woman. These fake women, these transformers, you're not going to see a lot of pink, okay, down there with a surgically created vajayjay, okay? And these, now, if they got the surgery done before puberty, a lot of these transformers are not going to really have a lot of feeling down there either. This is why there's a lot of people telling them to wait after puberty and all that, so they can have a lot more tissues to work with and still have nerve endings. But the government wants these boys to mutilate themselves before puberty, so they can deceive better, okay, with the hormone replacements and all that. But yeah, if they get that mutilation done, then they're not gonna have any want to be sexual. A lot of these kids that opt to be mutilated and transition before puberty, they become asexual, in adulthood, because they're not really attracted to anybody, okay? And you see that with I Am Jazz Jennings, or the poster child for transitioning, Jazz Jennings, the show I Am Jazz. This season, they're actually Jazz is a college student now, and they're actually having problems getting in romantic relationships because they don't have the want to be sexual, or they don't really they're not attracted to anyone sexually, and they're debating on if Jazz is asexual. But that is going to be the outcome to all of these little boys who choose to get mutilated, to transition, before puberty. And this is what the government want our children to do. They want them all to believe that they can, change genders by getting a plastic surgeon, which, a plastic surgeon cannot do an organ transplant to that degree. A plastic surgeon cannot transplant a real functional peewee to a genetic born female that wants to transition to a man. That surgery is actually sicker than the surgery that I'm talking about when men or boys want to transition to females. You're not getting the reproductive organs, so you're not you're not transitioning. The phallus of a man is a sexual reproductive organ. Okay, it's a organ. The vajayjay is an organ. These plastic surgeons are not transplanting organs. I'm sure they have tried to do this on a lot of genetic experiments they did with animals and stuff, but they failed. And they can't do this with humans, okay? So we're all being lied to. They're lying to our children. This is why you got to get them out of public school. And then, the medical industry is failing us, okay? So this is why we got to look for other options. The medical industry do not see our reproductive organs as important organs. So this is why I tell women to look into holistic health options and stop messing with modern medicine, because they really do hate women and they're really trying to destroy our mitochondria. Okay? These pharmaceuticals are made to destroy us on a cellular level. So if you can do without, and if look, I know a lot of y'all are hooked on these drugs because you're told that you need this to keep, blood pressure or whatever, but there are herbs that you can trade out these pills for. Like, if you can wean yourself off these pills or whatever, the shots you get, try to, and find an herb in place of these pills that you can take to actually heal your body. Don't take pharmaceuticals and herbal medicine and think that the herbal medicine will heal your body, because those pharmaceuticals are made specifically to break down your cells. So you're not going to heal if you continue to use pharmaceuticals and then try to heal with holistic medicine. It's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. Okay? Those pills or shots that you're taking is designed to destroy you. Okay? Like, the people who created the current medical system hates real humans, okay? The Jays are slave owners. The Jesuits, they hate us. So why the fuck do you think their medicine will help us? Just because you see a lot of pale skins take their medicine and don't question it, stop believing that everything they do is right or it's good for us. It's not. We're not the same, okay? Our mitochondria is not the fucking same. And, okay, I get it, yeah. There are lighter toned people who have indigenous DNA. So I'm not going to just make this a whole thing for us indigenous people. There are white people, so-called light-skinned people, or white people that have, my mitochondria, that will benefit from not, taking these pharmaceuticals also. But there are parasitic people of all colors that probably do benefit from, taking that toxic ass shit, those pharmaceuticals and stuff. Now, what works for some don't work for everybody. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get at my statement. What works for some don't work for everybody. Okay, but people who have the original DNA of the humans, the original humans, or the original, the indigenous people of the world, they are being affected, negatively affected by these pharmaceuticals. The original human should not be taking pharmaceuticals. I just don't understand why Black Americans have not, fully separated themselves from their medical industry. We still uphold the current medical industry, and their medicine is what is literally destroying us and making us retarded. Okay? And another thing, I know a lot of Black Americans, they follow behind what Africans do, because we're taught that Africans are the oldest and they are the original. But everything we've been taught is in reverse. They are not the originals. They are actually the clones of us, okay? We are the originals, and it shows in our history that we are the originals. Look at all the inventions that we invented in the 1800s alone, okay? We invented so many things that benefit modern society. And it wasn't because we were educated by them. Most of those inventors were self-educated inventors, okay? Before the environment was poisoned, or, the way it is now, okay? Before we were inundated with all this radiation, our ancestors were able to tap into their DNA memory to pull out these ideas, or these memories of things that we had in prior civilizations, to recreate them. Okay, they know that we have this ability within inside of us to create, okay, and invent things, and they are keeping us down and dumbing us down, and then we're pedestalizing these clones of us, these animal clones of us, because I'm not going to deny that these people are probably animals, because look at what we uphold, okay? The evolution theory that Lucy is our ancestor. Lucy, a primate out of Ethiopia, okay? These people uphold this stuff. They uphold mainstream history. They uphold mainstream science. That, like, the indigenous groups that do this, in my mind, like, I believe they're the youngest. They're the youngest, or the most recent creations, because they have no DNA memory to reject this. The indigenous peoples that reject this, like the Aboriginal Australians and Black Americans, have to be the ancient ones, because, hello, you could not call a Black American African. Like, before the 80s, or not even the 80s, before the 60s, that shit was not something that Black Americans, like, we wasn't having that shit, okay? We did not want the title African, but we have been drugged up and brainwashed to the point where we accepted this mainstream bullshit, but we were rejecting this heavily, okay? This whole notion that we're Africans. We would look at them and see the difference, okay? It's not hard. Like, you can look in their eyes. Even if they have some similar features, you can look in their eyes and tell they're not us. They don't have the same light within them that we have. They're not the same, okay? Just like Asians can look at, like, another type of Asian and tell that they're not the same, okay? Okay, y'all want to stay, okay, we're the same, we're under this whole Negro, nigger, or Black, African umbrella because we are brown, okay, whatever. But we're still not the same type of people. We're not the same, okay? My mama's rolling up randomly. I don't know why. But I'm going to hop back on here later. I just wanted to address this. I don't know why men are running from this. Like, y'all need to know the difference between a real vajayjay and a pocket. Because, look, the porn, the flicks, the XXX flicks industry, okay? They're mainly putting post-op trans on, these pornos, okay? So, this is why I tell men, do not inundate yourself with porn, okay? Do not be watching all that stuff, like, because they're putting men on there, like, they might look good, they might look really good, but they might be a man, like, for real. They've been doing this shit for over 30 years, like, openly, giving, these, transition people, what is it, hormones, and then doing the vaginoplasty surgery. Like, it's crazy. But, like, y'all want to just constantly call us conspiracy nut jobs. But there are, like, why wouldn't the Jays put a man in front? Like, why wouldn't they do all this shit to deceive us? Like, they're evil as fuck. And that's what they've been doing. They've been putting mutilated men in our faces, saying that they are women. But I'm gonna hop back on here later because my drone mama just pulled up here. She didn't call nobody. I'm finna go talk to her, see what she wants. Yeah. And the only reason why I say I call her that because I'm upset. She went and got the shots 2 years ago, and I'm still upset about that. But I'm gonna hop back on here later.